If you truly want to transform this Ramadan, focus on your salah. Many of us rush through our salah, but this month is the perfect time to truly connect with Allah in every raka'ah. Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and I hope you're all doing well. Can you believe that Ramadan is almost here? It feels like yesterday we were preparing for the other one, but now we are welcoming a new Ramadan. Time is moving very fast, and that's exactly why we need to make every moment count. Ramadan is an opportunity to reset, reconnect, and refocus on what truly matters. Let's be honest, how many times has Ramadan passed and we looked back wishing we had one more? We start off strong, but as the days go by, distractions creep in, our energy dips, and suddenly the month is over before we even realize it. But this year, let's change that. Let's go into Ramadan with intention, purpose, and a solid plan, so that by the time Eid arrives, we feel fulfilled and not regretful. In today's video, I'll be sharing a step-by-step guide to help make this Ramadan your best one yet, inshallah. So grab a notebook, take some notes, and let's get started. Now, if you have been watching my channel, you know I always talk about intention, and that's for a good reason, because intention is the foundation of everything we do as Muslims, and it's even more important in Ramadan. Prophet ﷺ said, actions are judged by our intention, so before we even think about our goals for Ramadan, we need to ask ourselves, why am I fasting? What do I truly want from this month? Do I just want to go through it, or do I want to come out of it as a better version of myself? One of the best ways to set your intention is to actually write it down. Don't just say, I want to get closer to Allah. Be specific. What does that mean for you? Does it mean praying on time, reading one juz a day, controlling your anger? When you define your goals clearly, they become easier to achieve. So take a moment right now, pause this video if you need to, and write down your Ramadan goals. What do you want to achieve spiritually, mentally, and even emotionally? Write it down and remind yourself of them daily, because it's your intention that will keep you going throughout the month. Ramadan is known as the month of Quran, and there is a good reason for that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, the month of Ramadan is that in which was revealed the Quran, a guidance for the people and clear proofs of guidance and criterion. This means that Ramadan isn't just about fasting, it's about connecting deeply with the Quran. Whether you're memorizing, reciting, or reflecting on its meanings, this is the best time to build a relationship with the Book of Allah. But let's be real, many of us struggle with consistency. We start good on the first few days, and then life gets busy and we fall behind. And that's why it's important to have a realistic plan from the beginning. Instead of saying I'll memorize a whole juz every day, start with something manageable, even if it's just a few pages. What matters the most is being consistent. One tip that can help you is to make the Quran a part of your daily routine. For example, reading it after Fajr, listening while cooking, or even keeping a mushaf on your bedside table so you can read it before sleeping. The more you make it a habit, the more natural it will feel. So ask yourself, how will you increase your connection with the Quran this Ramadan? Will you complete a full recitation of the Quran, memorize a new surah, or study the tafsir? Whatever it is, you need to commit to it so you can make Quran a full priority during Ramadan. If you truly want to transform this Ramadan, focus on your salah. Many of us rush through our salah, but this month is the perfect time to truly connect with Allah in every raka'ah. One simple tip is to make your sujood longer. The Prophet ﷺ said, the closest a servant is to his Lord is when he is in prostration. So when you're in sujood, take your time, pour your heart out to Allah, and don't forget dua. The Prophet ﷺ told us that the dua of a fasting person is never rejected. So keep a dua journal this Ramadan. Write down everything you want to ask Allah for, and every day go through that list. One of the most important du'as of Ramadan is, "Oh Allah, you are the most forgiving and you love to forgive, so forgive me." Ramadan is like a spiritual detox. It's not about just fasting from food, it's about fasting from bad things. And this is the best time to let go of things that distance us from Allah and build some good habits. And here are some things we can do, and that's praying on time, reading Quran daily, and making more dhikr. And here are some bad habits we can break: wasting time on social media, gossiping and backbiting, and skipping salah on purpose. So you need to be honest with yourself. What's one bad habit you need to leave behind? Maybe it's wasting time on your phone, or procrastinating your salah, or backbiting. Whatever it is, you need to leave it behind and use Ramadan as a fresh start. Before we end, let me leave you with some practical tips. And the first one is to plan your days around worship and not food. The second one is to keep your suhoor and iftar light so that you don't feel sluggish. The third one is to minimize distractions and to minimize your time on social media, so you have time for your ibadah. And the fourth one is to make lots of dua, especially the 10 last nights of Ramadan. Ramadan is a gift, and we don't know if you're gonna make it to the next one, so it's important that we make this one count. May Allah make our Ramadan a blessed one. And Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.